Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So I was having a powerful conversation with a woman the other day who said, I want to go back to that fearless person that I once was. Fearless. Where she'd share that right now she finds that she's not in that place. That she's afraid to make a move. She worries about a lot of things. And I'm going to have you consider that fear and doubt are actually not bad things. I know we've been led to believe that, right? Like, I shouldn't be afraid of anything. And I've said that many times, too. Like, I'm not afraid of anything. But I know deep down inside when I say those words, it's not really true. If I say, I don't really give a shit what anyone thinks, that's not really true. So fearless. See, fear is sometimes an indicator. And it can be an indicator because, look, you don't want to be fearless. You need to have something wired into your nervous system so that if someone is coming at you and wants to harm you or your children, that you react, right? You need to have that. When you get that feeling like this is not okay, it's the voice speaking. That's fear that's coming up that's saying something's not right here. So fear is not a bad thing. And listen, when you're starting to do big things, when you're starting to make big leaps, when you're starting to walk into that void, to take a step into the unknown of things, and that can be in your marriage, with purpose, with parenting, with business, fear is going to come up. Doubt is going to surface. Expect them. I've had several times in the last, 3-4 months since we started this process of moving to where we live now here from Alberta to Victoria, BC. And fear and doubt coming up, hanging out with me for periods of time. What are you doing? You're selling your home that you raised your kids in. You're leaving chiropractic. You've left your network marketing business. You're burning all these ships. You're leaving a place that you've got support for yourself and for your children, your family. And you're just going to start something brand new? Come on, you're 47 years old, like with 2 little kids. What the fuck are you doing? Those would be the voices in my head. That would be fear hanging out. And then here would come doubt. Karen, I don't know if you can pull this off, man. Like, you had 3 businesses down to 1? What? You went to school to become a chiropractor. You spent $150,000 in your education, 8 years of your life. Really been involved in chiropractic from 92 until 2016. So what is that, 22 years? What makes you think that you can do something entirely brand new that isn't just something on the side, something extra? And here we are. Now, what did I do? Did I squash the fear and doubt? I tried to at times, sure. That can maybe be a tactic. But instead, I realized that this is the resistance. I actually did 2 podcast episodes on the resistance, part 1, part 2. I'll put them up here in the show notes for this episode. But the resistance is normal. The resistance is that nagging little voice, fear or doubt of like, what are you doing? And just know that fear and doubt can also come from other people that try to implant it into your brain, into your psyche, into your soul. I've had that actually many times in my life. I actually even think back to when my husband and I met in Ottawa in 92. 92 we met, and I decided I wanted to go to chiropractic college after working in my brother's chiropractic office for probably about 3-ish years. And we were moving to Toronto. I had not been accepted to school there. I was on the wait list. But everyone was saying to us, and we were driving from Ottawa to Toronto. It's about a 4.5-hour drive. And saying, hey, listen, you're not going to find jobs and an apartment, to live in, fast. And we just kind of really didn't listen to those voices, even though we were just in our mid-20s at that point in your life. Certainly not the same certainty that I feel now at 47. But we were driven by something that we truly wanted, which was to move to Toronto, because we needed to be there. If I got accepted into that school, which actually never ended up happening, we ended up then moving to California for me to start chiropractic college, and my husband 2 years after that. But we just decided that we wanted to create our own reality with that we were hearing the doubt from others. The fear was definitely there as well too. But we decided to do things anyways. Now, I didn't recognize back then, in my early 20s, what to do with this. I just kind of powered on. And I just kind of did it. I was just kind of more in that stage of like, fuck you, I'll do whatever I want. Now when it comes up, I go, oh, cool, it's coming up. This is a good sign. This is the resistance. This is the universe saying, how badly do you want this to happen? Fear and doubt, expect them. And I'm even going to go so far as to say embrace them. It's all these stories that we have about these things, like fear's a big one, that we shouldn't have it. If you're a strong woman, you shouldn't feel it, that the ultimate goal is to get it out of your life. As opposed to just seeing that, oh, here's the fear. It's what is. What's the lesson in this? What is the gift? Run a positive focus and really see what can come out of this experience. So here's your more tip for today. Where are you feeling fear and doubt in your life right now? Maybe it's with your marriage. Maybe it's with purpose. Those are the two main things that women come to me who I coach, who are applying for my live event coming up in Victoria in a couple months. Where is that fear and doubt coming up in your life? Maybe it's with your business. Maybe it's with how you parent. Maybe it's with your body, your health. And this is just a really simple more tip for today, is that when you feel that come up, and I know for a lot of you it's a daily process, it's okay right now. It's okay. Don't think you're the only one who has fear and doubt. You are not, sister. And the ones that say that they're fearless and don't ever have doubt and they have this 100% certainty in their life at all times are either liars or sociopaths. Stay away from these people. Because that's just not the reality. So the next time that you feel that fear or doubt come up in your life, I just want you to see it as it is. Embrace it. Don't judge it. Don't try to push it away. But here's the thing, is that when you see that, just understand it is a sign for you to get super clear on what you want. And to get super clear on why it matters. And so with whatever you're trying to do within your life where that fear and doubt is coming up, if you have not done this yet, you need to write down, what do I want and why does it matter to me? Why does it matter to me? So, see, for me, I'm actually doing, as I record this episode, today I'm doing a webinar on how to reconnect with your husband without years of therapy. For two reasons. Number one, my marriage shifting the last 18 months, as much as the fear and doubt would come out in this process, has been the most fundamental shift in my life. The most fundamental shift in my life. If it wasn't for the changes in our marriage, I wouldn't be sitting here now after a dog walk early this is Thursday today, this morning, in front of this beautiful home that we've rented for the next year to figure out where we're going to live here in Victoria. That is like a house I could never imagine living in, with a pond and waterfall outside, seeing the sunrise. It is because of the changes in our marriage. It's because it got stronger. It's because I got so clear on what I wanted and why that really mattered to me. So the fear and the doubt would come up. And a couple months ago, it just kind of became clear to me. I'm like, look, women are coming to me all the time with challenges of marriage. Like, that is the number one challenge that women are having, the number one issue they're having in their life is marriage. They've lost that connection. They don't know what to do. They've stopped investing. They feel stuck. And because of that, I just really listened to the voice and said, look, you need to speak more specifically about marriage, having it all cool with your body, with your spirituality, your purpose, your kids, your business. Like, that's all cool, but the number one thing women are saying, raising their hand, is saying, I need help with my marriage. Please help me. So for me, it was scary to kind of say, yeah, but I'm talking about how, like, we want to talk about all these things. And it was like, listen to what women are telling you. You need to talk about marriage. So here I am today, doing a webinar about how to reconnect with your husband. Does doubt and fear come up? You bet. Of course. Because as my husband and I were chatting last night, we're like, well, you know what, our marriage isn't perfect. I'm like, I don't want it to be perfect. It's not perfect. It's real. And I know what I have to share in this webinar, what I have to share on this podcast, what I have to share with my message, as much as doubt and fear might come up and poke over my shoulder and go, hey, how's it going? What do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are to do these things? I know that this matters deeply at my soul. I know that when I get emails from women and comments from those that I coach and Voxer messages saying, holy shit, things are shifting in our marriage. I never thought this was possible. Everything feels more solid. From women that were really wondering if they should actually stay in the marriage and how that's going to affect the rest of their life now, how that's going to affect their children. Like, my why is clear. Because I know when the women that come to my live event coming up in October will come back different, will come back changed. And I know that those women showing up as the wives they want to be, the moms they want to be, in the business, in the way they want to be as a business person, strong and in place of power within their body, physically, mentally, emotionally, will impact many lives. So my number I've talked about in a couple other episodes is I want to connect with 100 women personally, face to face, over the next 12 months. So from October 2016 to October 2017, 100 women. Doesn't seem like a big number, but I know the ripple effect of that. I know that the children in those families will be changed, will be different. I know that those couples will heal and transform. I know that businesses will flourish and provide more for those families and the other people that they actually serve with what they do. I am clear on that. So when the fear and doubt comes up, I just go, oh, okay. And the uncertainty I may feel, not try to deflect it, but just feel it. I've learned the tools on how to shift things and how to extract the lessons and the gifts from it. So when that fear and doubt comes up, get clear on what you want and why you want it. And write these things down, sister. Write it down. It can't just be in your head. You got to write things down and get it out. And to be able to get the insights from that. So if you don't already subscribe to the Women Wanting More newsletter, what the hell are you waiting for, sister? I want you to head over to drkarenosborne.com/newsletter, drkarenosborn.com/newsletter, enter in your name and email, and you'll get the VIP access to all things Women Wanting More. The live event coming up, currently 10 seats left as I record this episode. However, going to be a lot less after the webinar that I teach today and the number of phone calls I have over the next 3 days, women applying for the event. You'll get information about my upcoming book when the website is all set. Oh my God, there's been some delays with that. Simply because of things like the move. And being with children 24/7 for 5 weeks. Without very much childcare support. My mother-in-law passed away recently, so there's been some delays within that. But that is coming out soon, and you will get everything, all the next webinars, master classes coming up. All these episodes 3 times a week. So make sure to head over to drkarenosborn.com/newsletter, enter in your name and email, and I will get you set up on all of that today. So I will talk to you in the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.